Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel. It's Kate in the Nest, and yes, I have, um, I've got some treasure to share with you, and it's treasure from quite a long way away, and as well from near to me. So, as I've always said, I just love watching what other people have found, and it always is a joy to me. So here we are early in the week. Weekend is behind us. I've been out at the Green Door open studio today. So I've had a very happy day, home before dark, and lots of stitching ahead of me. Now, you know how much I love treasures, and I've been really quite restrained lately. But because I am quite prolific and do lots and lots of stitching. And I've got some sharing opportunities at workshops coming up. So I've always got my eye out for treasures. So this one has come to me in Australia all the way from the Doll's House vintage in the UK. And Debbie, I bought from her before. I bought the Suffolk Puffs, and I should have waited and been restrained because postage is quite a lot. However, hey, if you're going to send one thing over, you may as well send a few more. So beautifully presented. Many of you will know Debs, and this is a treat for me, really. It's I think it's probably the only place I buy vintage from in terms of treasures and bits and pieces. That's not in, somewhere where I've stumbled across, the only one online. Okay, look at that. That's beautiful ribbon. That becomes a treasure. Could go straight into my bowerbird nest. Okay, there seems to be 3 layers. I actually can't remember the middle one, but I know what this one is. So here we go. So just think that you're opening with this with me. I hope you are well. You're probably making alongside me or having a cup of coffee. Whatever you're doing, I hope that it is bringing you joy. I've had a great week so far. Lots of things happening, and to see the community out at Green Door today just tops it off. And then, of course, to come home to Happy Mail is just the icing on the cake. So this is, I won't be stitching. I've got my bag still packed up, but as I said, I'm sharing this with you. And look at this. It is absolutely gorgeous. So let's pretend it's Christmas. Let's put those ones to, because it is Christmas. Look at this. These tiny, beautiful vintage, and this will go really well with my quilt that I'm making in these natural colours. Look at that. Lace, and it's already gathered. This was sold as one thing, so I didn't know the actual insides of it. But I'm just thinking, look, everything I have. Let's just bring, I took this out today. It's got my little tiny pieces that I've been working on. Oh, that would disappear forever. But just look at that. I better just check I'm in the middle. Yep, that's okay. My light's right over my head and making me echo. So yeah. See? Treasure. I'll stop saying it. And look at that fine. I don't have enough of these beautiful threads. So that is glorious. Lace. And see, I'm a lover of the tatty. The tatty and the torn and the stained. Come and live with me and feel happy ever after. In fact, let me Here's Kate the bowerbird. I took this nest out because I'm working on a lot of little pieces, but let's just play dress-ups with these bits and pieces. So straight away, a tiny little bit of this could just enhance, add texture and colour, and this could almost go around the edges. Oh, just adore it. So I'm going to put the treasures into my bowerbird nest and see how we go. There's the thread, this Suffolk puff. I'll take these out because, and that. There we are, because I want it to be about the bits, but let's put the treasures up here. So if you get bored with me talking, you can just gaze at the loveliness in there. Now this, to state the obvious, is a tin. And I haven't got anything this small. We were actually talking today about, how it's beautiful to see people working in tins and making needle books and needle cases. Now, I do not know what's inside here, but look what's on the top. It's been covered. And then this is collaged. I'll bring it right up. And machine stitched. So tiny, tiny pieces. I mean, look at that in there. That looks like a film shoot. Love it. Okay, going slowly because as we get older, we know to take the time. Okay, that's been lined with paper. Oh, this is a treasure. Absolute. Oh my gosh, I'm getting things that I've never had in my life. Again, this could go straight onto my natural coloured quilt comforter that I'm making. So look at the holes in that. I'm going to go slowly. If you need to go faster, that's okay, but this feels like a once in a lifetime. Oh, look at these. 2563. Do you know they are great numbers? It's the year 2025. 6 and 3, love those numbers, and they add up to 9. I just love numbers, and in fact, 2, 7. It'll be hard for my clumsy fingers to chop up, but these are going to go all over current pieces. Love it. These are these are things I'm working on. Just pretties around my table. Oh, can't get it. I'm shaking with such delight. These are the layers that just add that absolute joy. Okay, there's quite a lot of them. So here's a little card. Will's cigarettes. That must be the name of the rose. Oh, what a treasure this is. Look at that. There's plenty to go around. Look at how many little, I would use at the most 3 of those on a piece. Let's play dress ups with this one because she's not finished. Just for me, the adornment. And even just one under there, over there. Okay. lots more numbers. I won't go through all of those for you. Oh my gosh, there's lots. And then what else have we got in here? Vintage press studs, safety pin. I think I just saw a post and I just raced over. I think it was on Instagram because I don't regularly look because I'd be buying all the time. And isn't that a gorgeous colour? It's like a khaki, but pure cotton. And then I'm going to leave these in here. Take those out. Bring those up to show you. Am I in the middle? Yeah. That is just so special. Of course, there's a flower one in there. Okay. So, decorating the nest with treasures. Love, love, love that. Thank you, Debbie. Okay. It's like I've got a baby one, a middle-sized one, and a really big one. This is why I have to start earning some money, some pocket money, because I just love buying now. This is a whole new world for me. And what you can see it before. Oh, and again, I have to smell it because everything she sells comes with this beautiful smell. Oh, this is linen. It's probably the most beautiful flowers that I've seen in linen in my colours, and it's so soft. What do you think? Does that belong in Kate's nest in the garden? I could do a little display, but I won't. I'm just getting carried away. But aren't they beautiful? See, when your heart says leap on something, that's what I did. And now that I'm getting better at my thread painting, I just love that. And if you're wondering, yes, I will embroider and chop it up and then put it on pieces, also share it with others. I wish I had meters of that. It's just glorious. It's a garden and a half. Look how everything goes. Crazy, crazy modern Kate over here, mixing with the eclectic and the old. Okay, all right, I'm going to leave that as my tablecloth now. Isn't it funny? Like I was thinking about Christmas presents before and just mentioned that, and now, you know, as we get older, when kids are here, they just, you know, scramble it. It's all gone in a minute. Phil's dad will get one present, and honestly, he'll sit it on his lap for about an hour before he even starts, and everyone will say, it's nearly Christmas is over. But he doesn't want it to be over. Okay. Beautiful. Oh. Now, can you see? This was like the perfect package for me. And as I said, I've learnt if my heart is drawn to something, I have the toasted sandwich now to make up for. It's beautiful. So I think we always knew it, but this from Deb is just divine, the quality. And for me, look at that. So this will stay whole, those of you who worry, because I saw it and I thought the possibilities for it as the basis of a work. A few people have been asking me, will I end up having an exhibition? And I would love that one day that this could hang, and it's not as big as a quilt, but it will be there in its glory and celebrated. Now, that's probably too much to the side. It is. I'm going to turn that away from me. So there we are. I've got other things underneath it. So each corner has got one of those. And then they're linked with that. It's a work of art that I probably won't rush into touching. I just want to savor that. But the color is perfect. Those flowers make me incredibly happy. It'll be a delight to stitch through. Okay, here's eye candy. Okay, so there we are. That's from, I've lost the card in my excitement, but I'll link below as well if I remember. Doll's House Vintage. Let's make a little garden so far. And all those goodies in there. Okay. I don't want to rush because I think that might be the best. A bit overwhelmed. It's history. It's the hands of others, and that's the story for many of us, isn't it? And, you know, before I began this slow stitched journey that was born out of my nest, that was my safe place, I didn't know about these. And I've been through, and I continue to go through the thrifty journey, but when you look at things like this, wow. And everything goes. Okay. So that's the big one. That was my present waiting for me when I came home from the open studio. So I'm saying it's from near and far. I have been very conscious of not buying things that I will not use, but one thing I'm loving is making these smaller pieces. Now I've lost them. I have them at the studio. Oh yeah, you've seen these a couple of times. But this size piece, and I still have a lot of scraps, but I was looking at maybe working on some of these at this small size and then putting them in a frame, and wondering if people might like something like that. Just a tiny celebration. So this is Zoe's pack, and I cover all of the blanket. However, I also use, so for that, for me, could be used as patches on my wearable. It's very different, beautifully laundered, and yeah, stunning. This one's a bit green, but I am going to do a green piece. And in fact, I said I might do a green bowerbird nest, so that can go over there. I've used this one before and loved it in a pouch. I think that was my April pouch. This one, look at the rich colours. So I could easily, oh, there we go. There's a little needle book before we start that would match all of these colours. So versatile. Then you've got your classic. If you are making needle books, there's your page that goes in. If I didn't bury everything. Oh, there we go. There's a there's a bird going on a wearable. It's just flown. But this is my Beck needle book. But if at a different scale, or even in here, I could just fold that, and that could be a pure place for my needles. I've got a pocket there, and I think another pocket over here with needles and threads. So versatile. I could add colour. I'm tempted to leave that in there now, but then I'll forget. So I love having a piece, and I've told you this, and I hope you do it too, that you just keep close, and you can just, when you're looking for inspiration or want something new to do, you come back to it with new eyes and see, now I already think I'd like to add more there, more work to do, in fact. Yeah. That's, oh, sorry, I'm just being lost. I'll leave this one here because that's going to remind me of the next thing I wanted to show. Okay, so how many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There may have been 6, but I know Zoe has things online. So if you're interested, and I know my friends in the Northern Hemisphere, in the US particularly, find it harder to come by blankets. So I always say this would be a great little pack. And for me, for snippets, for tags, for anything, for needle books. And a great gift if you knew someone. So that's that one. Okay, so that was from near. So this one was far, the UK. This is near. And the next one, I'm going to lead you in. And I am so excited. So think this colour scheme, which is my naturals, as I always deliberately call them. I don't think it's fair that they're called neutrals because there's so much colour within them. I have been sharing that I'm on to my second nest. This is what I brought home from our Little Lou Artists workshop. I think I showed you this one so far. I can't remember, with the feathers. And this is my next one. And we were provided with all these charms. And for me, this looks like a natural nest for a bowerbird. So I'm in the process of stitching that away, but I don't want to hurry. And I've got some feathers as well. But I took that out today, and Judy was there, and she said, Kate, I have something for you. And out came this piece. Rachel found this in Italy at a once-a-year market. I don't know the absolute details, but apparently she found it and messaged Judy and said, what do you think? And she bought it, and she brought it out here to Australia, and I am over the moon. And there's 3 swans, and look, it's like they're belonging in this nest. Now we know that it's quite people's opinions are swayed on, you know, whether this looks like a snake or whatever. I do not care. I love that someone has crocheted at this level. Look at the wings, and they're stuffed 2 wings, little beady eyes, and on a pineapple design, which I made many pineapple patterns in my teenage years as doilies. And what I love about this one, it's got a natural discoloration on this side. So how about that? Thank you, Rachel, and thank you for Judy, and thank you those who notice that I just love swans, and Kelly and Kiki, my fellow swans. Look at that. There's the three of us. Just perfect. So they're going to nest and be safe. They've come on a very long journey across the oceans. But is that not? I just feel blessed. And that is so me, as well as these things. So that's my neutral and naturals there. And I have one more thing. You may know that I'm starting to talk about influencers and influencers. I've got a little series, and I started and introduced on the other day, and I'm going to make some more videos about it because I think it's really important to acknowledge, that, we're all on journeys. And I think for me, I've had the absolute opportunity in 1 year last year, or in 6 months, to do workshops, to sit around the table, and it's helped me define my style. And I've had the absolute luxury, and I know not everyone can do this, but the absolute luxury of attending 2 workshops with the person who designed this first, stitched it, and then is doing us all a favour so that we can own an inexpensive piece of Fleur Woods. So Zoe's got new stock in at the Green Door, and this was just sitting. I saw it on, I did my test. I stroked it like this. It's out of velvet. And I saw it on Sunday when I was out there, and I nearly put it in my bag, and then I didn't. And then I saw it today, and I thought, I'm going to do this because it is so wide and roomy, and it sits perfectly like this. So that's going to keep my wools in it. And so what a joy to collect my wools. Here, I'm going to make you laugh. This is a pile of my wools waiting for something to happen. But even that makes me happy. Beautiful colours, and so I'm going to carry a piece of Fleur when I go out to the studio. I'm tempted to actually embellish it a little, but for the moment I will study it as I work on, I don't know whether you've seen this, so it's a sneak view. I'm working on my Through the Garden series, and I just am being influenced by Fleur. Look at that. See, I've already learned she goes round afterwards where I haven't done that. So there you are. That's that and that. She uses much more green, I notice, and blue. But that belongs in the nest. That's a treasure. And with that, I feel the luckiest girl in the world today. I'm talking to you. I've been out with my friends. I've got happy mail. I've spent a little bit of money, but I am so blessed by what I've received, and I will share them with others online in my making. And I love to always acknowledge and remember. Oh, there's the other bit. So there's six in that kit. Okay. I don't know which bit of eye candy to leave you with. Maybe I'll put my swans in there. So that's a nest. Remember, that's what I'm talking about with nests. They just nest. There's a flower garden. That's mine from before. There we are. I think actually that's taken much longer than I thought it would. So let's just frame it with this part of the garden. Thank you always for your kind words, for the support of my newsletter. It's not too late. For you, check out my website. Nothing costs anything, but it's just a way of, me getting to know you even better. So until next time, this is Kate in a Nest, blessed with more treasures in her nest. And I wish you well until then. Bye for now.